I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CTA Review. Today is March 4th, Tuesday, 2025. Hope you had a good day today. So we discussed about fanning out, kind of like lower lows, lower highs. They ended up doing a shallow one here, make another lower low. Then they're coming up to raid that plus the imbalancing and the breakthrough traders here, referencing back to a gap here. We came down. What are you looking for on the left side of the chart? You're looking for obviously lows. Got those dragged out. While I was trading, I had a problem when I was trying to draw these lines. I drew them on the daily so I can get to specific levels. And then when I'd come to the chart, it wouldn't fucking copy to the screen. I was like, bro, what the fuck? So when the price was coming down here, I was like blind. I was like, because I didn't know where the levels were. I'm not squinching this to see that, right? And I'm not trying to sit on this screen either because I'm trying to look here, but it didn't. I don't know if anyone else had an issue with drawing lines on daily and then copying over to the 1 minute and other time frames. It wouldn't work on anything else but this screen instead of anything else. I was like, it wouldn't sync anywhere. Anyways, I gotta make videos short, man. So I'm gonna run through it and I want to be done in 10 minutes. So let's see. If I can't do it, then I gotta do something different. But always a lot to talk about. But you can see here the retracement here projected comes down three and a half to 4. They decided to pick this low. I'm sorry, yeah, this low here from over here, right? Which is this October 8th, and they left this one alone here, this little pool here. So looking for some moves here, and you have a shallow lower high here, but we're already down here. We've made a new low, so this is a leg being created, and then going back up is going to be another leg created, right? So in the sense, it's sell, so sell, buy, right? But you can see that this pocket is empty, plus the liquidity built. So we're just coming down to get to these levels on the green. And once we do that, we're coming back up to wipe out all the people who are selling. Plus you have the midnight level and the actual opening day gap. It's in the same exact spot. You can't even see them, but they are on top of each other. So kind of like a magnet, right? So that being all said, we have some gaps here that we respected from yesterday and bounced up, and then we have the ones above. Sure enough, they stretched out, swiped out liquidity, then pushed up for liquidity to the left, got to this upper gap. Look at that. So to make this simple, this was nice trade up. You were getting up from 8:30. You get this little switch above, comes right back. Right. I know this is a lot, but I gotta be done. So a leg up, wiping out liquidity, getting to there's a gap that's overlapping here. 9:30 comes. Now here's the opening range gap. We dip down first. We tick that liquidity right here by a hair, and I even bought this and squeezed it up here back to the 50% of the opening range gap. At this point, I don't know what's going to happen. It's either going to keep going or it's going to come back down. Sure enough, it came all the way down. I'm so glad that I stretched my trade stop loss. But then when it came back down, it did not take out that low, and it came this deep, and then I took it for another buy because this could be bullish. You don't know. That leg could be done, and since it's a shallow, they could run for it now and get to the opening range gap plus what I mentioned with the midnight level and the opening day gap. So, but you got to be patient. Let shit play out. But still took it, pushed it up and stretched it. Also squeezed with the stop loss. I know it's volatile and it's moving back and forth. You can see the speaker here. We've already got one. We've got that high and that low, and then we made that low, we made that high, and then we came back down for this low. Yes, I understand we could possibly break through, but what if we don't? So that's the understanding. And then sure enough, took the trade out, sit back again. It's not up here. Like we're not the birdie shit that we're looking for like this. That's not happening here yet, right? So, okay. So we're still in this possible leg down. So coming down here, this price pushed up into here. At this point, I wanted to sell, right? Because we're underneath the bearish and the first imbalance in green. And we get to this imbalance with inversion, and it taps right in. That's an entry. I couldn't even catch that. I was like, you motherfuckers! There are a lot of bogus shit today. A lot of wiki and bogus shit that they were doing today, dude. To be honest, and but tried to take a sell, couldn't catch it. Okay, then this price pushed back up into here, and I tried to catch it, and I did. I caught the sell there as soon as that candle, that bullish candle closed. Then this came down, and I put the stop loss there, and I had it. I literally had it on the same level. And look at this next candle, this 959. It opens and it fucking comes up and wicks barely to the hair, and I was like, dude. And while I was kind of even looking somewhere else too, with something, and then it took me out, and then it took off, and I looked back, and I was like, no way, bro. And I was like, I knew I was fucking right. So this bearish imbalance, again, up and down. Yeah, there's no way I can make them short. I got it. Okay, so pushed. Now it's coming for that next leg, which is the same leg of this 15-minute, but this is like the next drive. Okay, because this is a lower high up here, right? And we popped up. Why was I okay with buying right here? Because I already had this highlighted. Take a look here. So I already had that. I already had this highlighted as a minimum. Because if you look to the left, this is where breakout traders are getting in. So we popped that up with at 8:30. We hit that level already, right? So this is, you take this trade out because 9:30 is coming and you don't need to be in the trade. This from here, when it's flipped up above and came back in with that imbalance, this is my minimum target. And then I got a question mark here because there's no wick on there. If you take a look at the 15-minute, there's no wick. Even on the 1 hour, there is no wick on that candle right there, right? So I understand it. And it's also a breakout level as well because of these people who sold here. But we didn't hit up here yet. So that's why I was buying up to here at least. Minimum. You can see it very clearly hitting the 50 right here. But it never hit this. So again, this is a possibility in the day. You have to be aware of that. So anyways, drives down, came down, dangled this last carrot, did not hit that level. And sure enough, they pushed back up. Now at this point, it's like, so move 1 pushing up, move 2 is moving down, move 3 is either going to keep going or it's going to stop right here, and move 4 comes down. So, but if it's only 2 moves, which is the dump really, and then the pump, well, then it's 1, 2. And when we say stuff like this, when you watch these videos and I say 1 and 2, well, the 2 is we generally would like to see it pump higher. So that's the trade we're holding when we're coming to a range like this. Especially we're pretty low. We've accomplished a lot. You expect a retracement back, and this is a dangling carrot right in here. This is the double fecta. So for a reason of coming back in there. So anyways, they pushed this up, and then they're respecting it as resistance, pretending to keep coming lower. If you watch this live, you would have saw that this is a very big signature, probably coming back up because it whipped in so quick, bro. It was instant, and it came up, started coming up. I was like, yeah, well, this is, you have to understand that at this scenario, and this is good to remember, this is a very high possibility of it reversing back. But look how dirty they were, super dirty. Look how they came right to that low, and then they fucking took off again. I was like, bro, you guys are dirty. I'm like, I don't even want to play with y'all. I'm not even going to be involved. I've already got the moves I wanted. I took this sell, by the way. I'm sorry. So missed it here, came down, and I saw this as a controller price. This 1001 candle, see how it pushed up? So I looked at it as a temporary control price, not like, but I wanted to make another leg down to reach. Possibly even here, but it didn't. But taking the sell from in here, see how we pop back in and we don't break this candle here, and then run down for that last drive. And I caught this from here to here. And then I had to literally like take it out because I couldn't see the green lines were on the chart. Yeah, I had that problem where it wouldn't copy over all this time, even when I was right here. So for an instance, I fucking took the trade out, and then I finally I redid it like 5 times, and then it copied over, and I'm like, okay, now we're bouncing on this level. Well, got married a little bit to this, but it's okay. Even if you kept taking sells from this area down to come into lower, you can see where it switches. Well, this was key 1 of the wick, and then the structure is key number 2. And then when you shift above this high and this high, you see how we're like banking on it, like hitting a ceiling, and then it pops up right here, comes back. Ooh, that's a shift. So this is where it's like the train is leaving and it's gonna fan that way. See that shit? And then what does it do? Comes up one more time and then comes back in. Boom. That's your last ride. Then it's going to keep going up, right? So, but logically, you're coming back where you also have that first imbalance. So, Key levels in what it's doing, obviously wiping liquidity to the left, coming up here using, doing higher highs and higher lows, retracing deep, and then you can see that we end up using the first imbalance as at 50%, bounces right there. So when we pushed up hard and retraced back, this is another buy right here. So not a coincidence that we just came back. Look how dirty they did this is. So you were waiting for a sell because you were wiping up liquidity to the left, but they still wanted to do this. So you didn't know if it was going to go above or not, and most likely it will. And then sure enough, look how they did it at 330. 330, these bastards. And I knew this was a sell, dude. I was doing something, but I was like, bro, you're done for the day. No, no, no. And look at this. And then, oh my God. Look where it came back to. I got them already highlighted in green. You see, this is a breakout level for right here. See, when we push up, now we know it's a breakout level. Even right here. So even right here, when we push up, it's a breakout level. So I'm drawing these because these are at the first imbalance, and we're using it as support. This was very obvious when you saw this too. And then now it's breaking up higher. So even this level right here. See, when we broke that high, see how deep it was, and then it finally came up and popped above. So I'm highlighting this because I know this is a minimum target back down. Take a look at what the algorithm did. It went to the gap and then extremely fast went down. Everybody's tired of trading, doesn't want to mess with this. You're not buying all this. I'm not trying to buy any of this either. I'm not involved with that, right? Even though I should have been involved more with buying here, but my day happened to end early. And this was nasty and exhausting and still worked, still good, but you don't know if it's going to come up, right? But if it does, you could possibly buy these higher lows. I'm not interested in doing that. That's a difference, right? Not interested in doing it. It definitely can happen. You see the higher lows, right? So what did they do? Rushed it all the way back. Took that area first. Look how they came right to the area first. Bounced up a little bit. Fuck the sellers that are trying to breakout trade right here. Pushed it all the way down and hunted all that shit that we talking about, and right back here. See that? So and then they bounce all the way back up. But so this is 1, move down, 2, move up, 3, move down. Now this is current. If I'm going over the moves, this is now doing it currently. Before it was a different logic. Before it was more like 1, 2, and then from here 3 down, or 1, 2, right? And then 3 down. But this decided to be a birdie and keep going. There's your 3, right? But I hope that makes sense. So the thing is now where we're gonna go from here. I hope I didn't make it. 12 minutes. Okay, gotta be done. All right, come on. So we had a higher high here on Nas. That was also why it was nice to sell, but it was too volatile and didn't take the sell. It was too hard to even try to catch the sell. I was like, dude, it's crazy. But whatever. They're on some bullshit. And then so we pushed down here, right? And then there's a higher low at this time. That's when I caught that buy again and pushed up and squeezed it. It obviously it came back down, but hey, when you're squeezing that in profit, bro, you're doing that because you know you're not trying to hit the home run. You know you're hitting that base hit. And a base hit, when you keep stacking base hits, dude, they equal home runs. So for you to pivot through either, holding or not, this is still very effective because the amount of points that you still get, it's in the 50s to 100s. So it's like it's no problem. That's what you're here for. So I hope that makes sense, right? But anyways, I gotta be done. So we get down here and we have higher lows. Remember, that's why I was saying that this was suspect. Are they going to either buy it or not? I'm generally not looking to try to buy this and when we're super bearish. But if it was sooner in the day, it would have been different. But because it was later in the day, I'm not playing with these people. So I had already did a lot. So but we get lower lows here with Dow, and you can see higher lows with S&P and NAS. So nice push back up, and then when we got here, we see a divergence right there with Dow. So lower high there, and we got higher highs here, and sure enough, reject hard, fast. So they're on some bullshit. So if it goes up, who's going to be the winner of this divergence here? We got a higher low here with NAS. Does it push up? Or does this lower high here win this battle? Pretty much all there say there. And then now dollar is finally coming down here into this breakout level here, about to hit it. And that's the reason why when I was mentioning a dollar coming down, a very high chance of it going up, and we should be buying today. So, but you can also play it smooth, and you don't have to be a part of everything. So, in the sense that, you know, it's just manageable that way. Dow coming down even harder. Now really knocked out this breakout area. Super clean there, dirty. So that's obvious we're selling initially. Yep. And then now where do we go here? Do we play around and bounce around a little bit as support, or are we gonna come up first a little higher and then break down again? Just like the same idea that I made yesterday's video. Why would anyone want to trade Dow? This is the reason why I don't trade Dow right there. See this shit right here? Look how many drives. 1, 2, 3, 4. But it's like there's like 3 in each. It's like, or 2, you know. It's, look at that. By the time you fucking buy and you're right, bro, you're tired. You don't want to mess with these people. That's exactly why I quit trading Dow right there. So used to love it, don't get me wrong. Same thing with S&P. That's a nice break right there. Yeah, they're cleaning that up and they pushed back up. But I think they're just coming back up as again I was mentioning. So lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Now we came back up. For us, though, we knocked our stuff out. We came in here. See this? I was saying lower low, lower high, lower low. So it could either be a lower high here or here and then come down. It was shallow. Came down and then, so this is really the lower high to lower low. This is just bullshit, right? So lower low and then lower high, and then that's what made sense, and that's how they did it. So got to remember when we're trading that we can expect, you know, a nice expansion above liquidity and an imbalance, and the range from there to there. If you do the range from there, you'll see obviously it stair stepping up. So where are we going from here? Well, you see how the end of the video we're now hugging that area. See that? When the when the day was happening here, I understood that this was going to be a very important level all the way till the rest of the day. See that? So yeah, man. Look at this. See that? See, that's not like, that's algorithmic. That's not buyers and sellers bringing it back to that first imbalance. Popping it here, come back, popping it here, like stuck here, like it's algorithmic. That's not, you can't, buyers and sellers can't do that, bro. It would flow different, but as you get it, you understand. And then another leg lower with Nvidia made sense because you do have the flow there as we talked about, but and retracing back this deep is good, but I think we are bearish. Now we have a big pullback leg like this. Is this going to be it? And then we pop up, or are we going to go through like a whole nother year of this type of shit? Who knows? But right now, can everything buy from here? Yeah, it could. It could. I think it's just a little too premature to say that it's not going to come any lower. So I'll say that, you know, but I feel like coming back down one more time, it could be interesting. So it's either like we're gonna float up again, but float up again, like, because we have NFP. So well, maybe say we could even do this, right? Come down lower again in Asia and London, and then buy back up. And then if we buy back up, then if we're bearish, then do that, you know? Okay? Or if we're bearish, then we come up again. I don't know how high, I'm just talking. Could be not even high. And then roll over. know what I'm saying? Or it could be from under here too, a rollover. See that? Somewhere coming, and this been sitting like this and rolling over, and if we're bullish, I mean, we get an amazing response from NFP going up. I don't see how that's going to happen. Then, I would want to see something like this. I would want to see it even stronger. That's pretty much it. So, man, I know I talked. Did I make it short, dude? 20 minutes. It's the best I can do. I went over everything, right? And I know I'm going to forget a bunch of stuff, but I got to make videos shorter, otherwise I can't do them for sure. Indecisive candle. Again, what I said is still true, but still very suspect for lower pricing. So that's it. There's nothing else I can mention, but coming into here makes kind of sense too. For sure. Coming maybe somewhere in here is key, but we'll see what happens. You guys take care. God bless.